Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, love bugs. It is your favorite motivator, Mimi the Motivator, and this is the Get High on Motivation Show. Welcome back. Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome in a new season! Wow! Yes, y'all, we are in season 4. Season 4. We are doing it, y'all. And I'm gonna say we, because we in this thing together. I can't get my lighting together today, y'all. So just bear with me. I'm in my other office, and all of a sudden, I had no power. We had a power outage yesterday, and I think it may have short-circuited my power strip thing. But that's not going to stop us. We're getting started regardless. I'm making sure we got volume. We got energy. Let's all just take a deep breath. Blowing it all out. Taking it all back in. Whew, yes. Welcome to a new season. What's going to be different this season? Nothing, except for I am committed to upping my game, upping whatever it is that I can possibly do for you, do for myself. I am learning new things. I'm learning new techniques. I'm learning whatever we need to know, because it's time for us to up our game. It's time for us to up our bank accounts. It's time for us to just up everything in our life. And so today, we're going to do that. It's what we do every single show. I got 3 parts to the show. Typically, we have our food for thought. We have a conversation for today. And if somebody shoots a question in for before the end of the show, then I will answer that. If not, I'm just going to keep on rambling to y'all because I'm just excited. I'm excited about this new year. I'm a year older. I am a year wiser. I'm a year stronger is what I feel like. And I am just ready to increase everything that we have going on in our lives. Every ounce of abundance that belongs to us, we about to accept it, receive it. We're not grabbing it. We're not taking it. We don't have to do any of that. We're going to sit back. We're going to relax and just allow all the abundance and wealth flow to us. Are you ready for that? Because that's what I'm ready for. All right. So food for thought. Now, have y'all ever heard that saying that you can't have your cake and eat it too? You know, I always thought, well, why not? I got the cake. Why can't I eat it? I don't know if y'all ever felt that way, but I read the proverb the other day, and it made even more sense to me because of the ordering of the word. And it says, you cannot eat your cake and have it too. You cannot eat your cake and have your cake. That's what it says. You cannot eat your cake and have your cake. Whew. It hit me like a ton of bricks, y'all. How can you have the cake if you didn't eat the cake? If you eat the cake, then the cake is gone. So you have to decide, are you just going to have your abundance and that what you desire and get it and just look at it? Or are you going to get what you desire and start putting it to work? I remember when I was in college, I used to be into fine things. I've been into fine things all my life, I guess. But I used to wear a Motivator watch. And if you're not familiar, Motivators usually cost, I don't know, about $500-$600 for a decent one. And my friends would tell me not to wear the watch. Oh, you shouldn't wear that watch every day. That's too nice of a watch to wear every day. So after a while, I was like, well, maybe they're right. So I take off my pretty watch and I put it up on the dresser and I go to school that day. And when I came home that day, the maintenance man had been in my house, and the maintenance man stole not only my pretty watch, he stole my pretty little 2-shooter and my money for my bill that was in an envelope. And the only thing that I could think is if I was wearing my watch, then that would have never happened to me. That's what I was thinking. But that's what it goes back to. You cannot have your cake and eat your cake. So, you know, I know there are people who don't want to get their shoes dirty. They get a pair of shoes and they don't want to get them dirty. Baby, that's what Scotch Guard is for. We have to start being mindful of what it is that we're really protecting, what it is that we're keeping and not even enjoying. I remember having some 400 thread count Egyptian cotton sheets, y'all. And they felt so good, but I would not sleep on them. I kept them nicely folded in the package in the drawer. Maybe because I didn't think I was deserving. I was like, oh, when I move into my new house, I'm going to put these sheets in my new bed. You know, all of this. And then one day it dawned on me, and maybe because my mother passed away, that I'm sitting here saving these sheets and may not ever sleep on them because I'm sitting there waiting on them. You can't have your cake and eat your cake. You can't eat your cake and have your cake. So we're going to have to go ahead and get the cake and eat it. Enjoy eating the cake. And know that if you have made one cake or if you had cake before, you can have it again. If you baked one cake or if you bought one cake, you can buy it again. You can bake it again. So be okay with eating the cake. Be okay with enjoying life, enjoying the present moment. Stop trying to preserve everything for the future. Stop trying to preserve everything for what doesn't even exist. We have these future mentalities, and the future don't even exist. It's not here yet, and it's not guaranteed. What if you don't wake up tomorrow? And that's something that you've been saving or waiting to do or to have or to enjoy, you didn't get to. Those words that you really wanted to confess to somebody, you didn't. Because you were so caught up in the future moment or trying to preserve the present. You don't have to preserve the present moment. It's going to constantly change, and be ready for the change. Embrace the change. Go with the change. Make the change. Create the change. Don't be resistant to it, because change is inevitable. Eating the cake is going to be inevitable, because if you don't eat the cake, then that cake gets stale and nobody gets to enjoy it. So think about that. Think about having your cake and eating your cake. It's time to eat the cake, anime. It's time for you to go ahead and enjoy what you have labored for. It's time for you to enjoy what you have toiled for, what you have invested in. Invested your time, your energy, your money, your mind, your everything. It's time to start enjoying the fruit. And then start baking another cake. Start working on the next thing. Don't get stuck where you are. It's okay for us to create a business and sell a business and move on to the next one. We don't have to stick and stay in anything. We don't have to stick and stay in relationships. We have to constantly be focusing on what will make us feel best, what will make us feel the happiest, and making our decisions from that space. Not in a way where it's going to like trample over other people. We want to do this by any righteous means necessary. But what we want to be sure is that we are enjoying the fruit of our labor. Don't sit there and just be working all day, working all night just to pay bills. You were not sent here just to pay bills. You were sent here to do way more than that. You were sent to the land of milk and honey to enjoy it, honey. So let's start enjoying it. Let's start enjoying the cake that we have baked, because it's our time. And it's okay. And there's nothing wrong with you enjoying your life. There's nothing wrong with you enjoying the fruits of your labor. There's nothing wrong with you taking vacations. There's nothing wrong with you buying yourself nice things. You deserve it. If you desire it, then you deserve it. If you desire it, it deserves you. So why not go ahead and open yourself to receive it? Why not? There's no reason not to. There's no reason for you not to have what you desire. There's no reason for you not to receive what is already waiting for you. Whatever we desire, the universe already got it packaged for us. We just got to get in alignment with it. Are you ready to do that? Because that's what I'm ready for. And that's what this season 4 of Get High on Motivation is about. Us getting in alignment with what we desire, because it already exists. We don't have to create nothing really. What we really have to create is the mindset. We have to create the vibration that is going to be on the same frequency with what we desire. When we do that, then everything just shows up. You don't have to lift a pinky finger. But you do have to lift your mind. You do have to lift your vibration. You do have to elevate. You have to elevate by constantly learning something new, by expanding your horizons, meet some new people, connect with some new folks. There's a person that you don't know and you have not met yet that has the thing that you're looking for. They have the right piece of wisdom that is going to set you on fire and set you on your course. So be open to meeting new people. Don't be like Drake talking about no new friends. We are open to new friends. We are open to new circles. We are open to new abundance, because who we've been hanging around ain't going to serve us too much longer. It's time for us to start creating a new circle, an elevated circle that's going to make us level up. You don't want to be the biggest fish in the room. You don't want to be the smartest person in the room. You don't want to be the strongest link. I promise. Be willing to be the weakest link, because if you're the weakest link, that means you are surrounded by strong links, which guarantees you strength. Stop trying to align with people and trying to fix people and trying to drag your friends with you, drag your boo, trying to convince them to do what they should be doing for themselves. It's time out for that. If we're going to conserve anything, we're going to conserve our energy for ourselves, for our own visions, for our own dreams, for our own desires to become manifest. And we're going to focus our energy on that, because this is the time. This is the time for us to just open our awareness, open our ability to receive. See, some of y'all are like somebody going to the ocean with a little bucket to get a little water or a little cup. Have you ever seen kids trying to build a sandcastle, but they only got a little cup? And they keep going to the beach to get that one little cup of water. I'm going to need y'all to go to the beach with a big old, huge, I don't even know, whatever you can think of that's the biggest that you can fill up. Because if you can think bigger, then you can have bigger. And of course, you're going to be doing bigger. So let's do it big. Let's do it real, real big. Okay. So conversation for today, and I don't even know what my notes are. So I guess I'm just going to be off the top of my head. Today, we're talking about what your driving says about you. So this is something that I figured out as a young person. I feel like, and the older I get is the more I figure out about what our driving is really saying about us, to ourselves, to other people. You know, I was riding with my Grammy, and my Grammy is one of those people who could care less about the road rules. She's not blinking. She's not letting you know nothing. And I realized the other day, riding with her is that, man, this is how she really communicates in real life. She doesn't. She only communicates when she really feels the need. So I was riding with her the other day, and she did use a blinker, and I was blown away. Like, what? You used a blinker? She was like, well, I wanted them to know where I was turning. I said, well, don't you think everybody needs to know that when you're driving so they can make proper decisions? Clear communication makes for effective decision making. So it's important that we are clearly communicating in life in general. So not only in life, but on the road too. A lot of accidents probably would not be if we were properly communicating with our signals. At least we don't have to be back in the day where they had to put an arm out the window and that was your signal. We just got a little easy thing right there. Use your signals. Use your signals to communicate what you are doing. Communicate with the people around you what you're working on. Very often we have a change of course, and we're knowing that we're going to start investing our time and energy into something else, but we don't communicate that to the people around us. People around us need to know how our dreams and visions are going to affect them. So if your boo is used to you being on the phone with them all the time, or your bestie is used to you talking all the time and gossiping and doing all that kind of stuff, and now you don't have time for that. Because now you're going to be investing your time in books. You're going to be investing your times in different circles with people who are doing the type of things that you desire to do. But you need to communicate and say, listen, I'm not going to be available like I used to. And it's no hard feelings, but I'm really working on something right now. And it's going to require a lot more of my time, my attention, and my focus. So I just want you to know that, so that way you don't get offended. Or take anything personal. Just know, don't take this personal, but this is personal. You have to get to that point, little book, where you are concerned about what you're doing in your own lane. Now let's move back to what our driving tells about us. Some people are aware of what's going on in front of them, what's going on behind them, and what's going on with the cars next to them. And those are the people who typically don't get into accidents because they are aware. They are defensive drivers, so they are making themselves aware constantly of what the other people around them are doing, so they can see how they can maneuver within that. There are other people who just want to debo themselves around. They just gonna get over on you whether you're there or not. Are you that person? Are you the person that says, well, honey, you'll be all right, and you go ahead and cut them off? Or are you the person like one of my other mothers who will cuss you plumb out? Are you that person behind the wheel? Who are you behind the wheel? What's your personality behind the wheel? Are you patient? Or are you in a hurry? Because if you're driving with haste and cutting people off and driving extremely fast and stopping fast, you're probably operating in life like that. It's important for us to be aware of how we're maneuvering, how we're affecting other people with our maneuvers. It's important for us to pay attention to, are we going slow in the fast lane and holding other people up? We don't have no business being a hindrance in anybody's life. No business. And if you find that what you are doing is slow somebody down, man, move out the way. Get over. Get on over and get on out the way. But then there's somebody like me. I'm going to tell you who I am on the road. I am the fast driver in the slow lane. So while everybody over there trying to be fast and thinking they going fast or want to be going fast, I'm over here in the slow lane minding my own business, making progress. It's how I am in real life. I'm laying low, doing my thing. I'm doing way more than what somebody will see me on social media doing because it ain't everybody's business. I'm working. I'm in the laboratory. I'm like a scientist. I'm whipping it up in here. And that ain't nobody's business what I'm whipping up until it's whipped up and I'm ready to display it and show it and give you a taste of it. Who are you behind the wheel? Who are you when you're driving? Are you the fast person in the fast lane that's going fast because you know that that's where you belong and you in your fast car? Are you the person in the poop car pushing your car too hard, too fast, and you really ain't even getting nowhere and everybody can tell because everybody can hear your car go because you ain't been taking care of it? Do you take care of your car? Do you take care of your vehicle? Do you take care of the vehicle that is really you? Because if you don't take care of your car that's sitting outside, you probably don't take care of this vehicle either. Let's think about it. How dirty is your car? The inside or the outside? You know, some people keep the outside clean, but if you get in, you can't even find a seat to sit down. There's no space. That's how some of you are in relationships. There's no space for somebody else to come into your life. There's no space for anyone to assist you because you think you got it all worked out. You know everything already. That's some people. But are you the person who invests time in making sure that your car is clean inside and out? And you do the same thing with your personal self vehicle, that you are constantly making sure that you're clean inside and out? Are you the lady that just puts on the makeup and the eyelashes and all the hair and stuff, but on the inside you all toe up? Your mental is toe up. Your emotional state is a mess. We need to be clean inside and out. We need to be taken care of inside and out. We need to be making sure what's going on under the hood is good, not just the paint. I'm from the type of neighborhood where you might ride through and you're going to see cars sitting on all type of rims and all kind of fly paint jobs, but they not moving. They're broken. They broken but look good. Do you know somebody that's broken but look good? We have to really consider what are we really doing? Not what we think we're doing, not what we saying we're doing, not trying to reflect what other people out there doing, but what are we really doing on a daily basis? What are we doing on a daily basis to be mindful of how we're communicating and how we're showing up in the world? Are we really moving at the pace that we should be moving at, in the role or position that we're in the lane that we're in? Or is it time for us to move over and let someone else have that space? Or maybe it's just time for us to speed up and pick up the pace and do what we've been doing, but do it a little more and do it with a little more fervent. You have to have some fire and passion behind what you're doing, because if you don't got no passion, why should anybody else get involved? Why should anybody buy your product or your service if you don't have no passion about it? Why should anybody want to be involved with your business if you're not fully involved? See, a lot of y'all sticking a toe in your business. You're sticking a little finger in. Put one hand in, you put one hand out. If you are an entrepreneur or not, I don't care what role you serve in a business, in an organization, out in the community, put your whole self in and shake it all about and see what kind of results you get. Commit your whole entire self to what you're doing. Commit your whole entire self to your dreams and see what manifests. See what type of people just happen to show up. See what type of things that just happen to fall into your lap that you weren't even expecting, but you kind of was wishing for. These things are out there awaiting us, guys, but we are our own blessing blockers by how we're maneuvering out here, because we're not clearly communicating with people. So people can't assist us because they're not really sure what we're doing or how they can get involved. The best homeless sign I seen on the side of the road one day, the man held up a sign and said where he was trying to go. So he didn't say, can I have some money? He didn't say hungry. He said, I'm trying to get to St. Louis. So at first I thought, well, that's dumb. You need to say what you need. I said, but guess what? He opened up the space for that anyone who saw his sign could provide what it was that they could provide. So somebody could provide a little money. Somebody might provide some food. Somebody might buy you a bus ticket. But it is our job to communicate what what we're working on, what we're trying to do. And we can't expect it just because we said it that somebody gonna be behind us and like, oh, I got your back, boo. No. The main thing is don't expect support from anybody you know. And if you get it, be grateful for it. I'm grateful for when somebody shows up. I'm grateful when I see Nikisha Monique pop up on my thing because she don't have to listen because she's related to me. She can just call me on the phone. But it's exciting to know that people that you are connected with, that you are able to impact them. And we all have that ability because we can negatively impact somebody or we can positively impact somebody. And I know I can do both. So I know you can too. But we're at a point in our life where we have to be mindful of the vibrations that we are putting out. We have to be mindful of the ripple we are creating. We have to be mindful of what kind of traffic pattern we're creating with our driving. So are we creating a flow? Or are we the hold up because we're not really paying attention? We on our phones and doing something else and the light is green, but we still sitting there at a stop. It's time for us to really be aware of what we're doing and aware of our surroundings and what we're doing to affect our surroundings. That's what this conversation really is about. It's about what we're doing to affect the people around us because we are affecting them. Don't think that you're not. They may not say nothing. Some of them you don't even know. There's people that you are impacting. They're watching you. They're studying you. They ain't saying nothing. They probably not even hitting the like button on your post, but they're watching. They watching your moves. They're trying to see, are you going to make it? Are you going to fall? They want to know. Because some of them are rooting for you, but they're not going to tell you. Some people are rooting for you, they're not going to tell you. There's some people who are rooting against you who will act like they're rooting for you. So don't concern yourself with either one. It doesn't matter. Root for yourself. Who cares if anybody else is rooting for you? Who cares if anybody else is celebrating you or not? Celebrate yourself. That's for you to do. Your ego wants other people to, pat you on the back and say, girl, you're doing a good job. Do it, bro. But that's for me to do for me. That's for you to do for you. It's time for us to mind our own business. It's time for us to stay in our own lane and quit trying to control what other people are doing in their lane. Don't worry about what they're doing. Worry about what you're doing and how what you're doing is affecting them. Worry about what you're doing in conjunction to what they're doing and how it can play a part or how you might need to get some gone. It may be time for you to move past where you are. It may be time for you to separate yourself from the crowd. You may even might need to go on and hit them hazard buttons and just pull over for a minute and relax until you can figure out where you're going, because you don't need to be riding around aimlessly. In what world does the GPS system take you not where you're trying to go? It doesn't. The GPS takes us where we're trying to go. Now, it may not take us the route we thought. Like, I thought it would have took me this way. Well, I could have went that way. Well, sometimes the universe knows something that you don't know and knows that you might need to take the long route. You might need to take the scenic route. There may be some value along the way. Just decide where you are, where you desire to be, and open yourself up to the yellow brick road to reveal itself to you, because it will. But you have to be clear on where you are going. I can't tell the GPS system, as much as I just want a juice right now, I just can't say take me to a juice. It's going to still give me some options, and I still got to make a choice. You have to make a choice for what it is that you desire. Don't live by default. Don't let other people make decisions for you. Don't be living by their choices. Live by your own choices. Live by what's calling you. And it might not fit other people's world. And they might have something to say. More than likely, they are going to have something to say. So what? That's their business, not yours. Let them talk. Let them whisper. Let them gossip. Who cares? Give them something to talk about. Give them something even more to talk about, because they gonna talk. They will never stop talking. So let them talk and keep giving them stuff to talk about. That's up to you, what they talk about you. What you put out there is up to you. So what are you putting out there? Put out there what you want them to repeat, because they are talking. They ain't talking to you, but they're talking about you. There's people that haven't talked to you in 20 years, but they're talking about you. They're watching you. They're watching you on Facebook. They're watching you on Instagram. You probably don't even know that you are friends with them on social media, but please believe they are watching. They're looking. They're fans. Call them haters. Call them what you want. I call them fans. Because whether you're waiting to see me rise or waiting to see me fall, you're watching me. People are watching you. So what? Watch yourself. Watch what you're doing. Stay in your own lane. Mind your own business. My girl, Delita Taff, gave me a shirt that says, mind the business that pays you. I want to wear it every single day. I swear to God, I want to wear the shirt every single day to remind myself and to remind everybody that I come in contact with. We need to mind the business that pays us, because great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people, and tiny minds discuss people's business. And we ain't about that life. So when you catch yourself today in conversation talking about somebody else or talking about somebody else's business, say, wait a minute. Mimi the Motivator told me that great minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, small minds discuss people, and tiny minds discuss people's business. What else is there to say? So if you're watching me live right now and you got a question, go ahead and type it in the chat box so I can get it answered. If not, I'm going to keep on babbling and rabbling, and then we will end. We got a couple of minutes left, and I don't want to make sure that no one got missed over, basically. So I know that I got people watching me in different places. So if you have a question for me to answer for yourself or for your friend, go ahead and drop it in the chat box right now. Speak life. That is all. I will continue to do that. Thank you so much. I want to thank everybody who joins me. I want to thank you whether you've been with me and this your first time or you've been with me for the whole entire past 3 years. I welcome you if you are a first timer. And let me introduce myself. I am Mimi the Motivator, your favorite motivator's favorite motivator, host of the Get High on Motivation show. And I am committed, I am obligated to helping you get your mind, your body, your spirit, and your finances right, because you deserve it. You deserve it, and it deserves you. And so we are going to meet here every single week for just 30 minutes, just me and you. So we can talk, so we can converse, so we can pour into each other, so we can build each other up, because we are a village and we are in this thing together. So make sure that you share this with somebody. That's what's most important. Now, I love it when you hit that thumbs up button. I love it when y'all give me some feedback. But what is most important, not for me, but for the world, is for you to share this with at least one person today. I dare you. 10 hours. And I will see you next week. So be here. Beat me here. So make sure you got that subscribe button if you're watching me on YouTube. And if you're not, go ahead and join me on YouTube, because yes, we are better together. I thank you all for being here with me, and I can't wait to see you next week for season 4, episode 2. We doing this thing, y'all. Again, I am Mimi the Motivator, your favorite motivator's favorite motivator, and this is the Get High on Motivation show. I love you, love bug. Be happy, be healthy, and be you.